What do these 5 photos potentially have in common? Let me give you one hint here. This first one is known as motare, the inability to release an arrow when the target is in sight. The second one is fleeky camo, the inability to perform backwards movements, somersaults, walking, and flips. The yips, the inability to hit a putt that you are normally skilled enough to hit routinely. The inability in baseball, yips, to throw accurately a throw that you have had as a procedural movement, done thousands of times. And finally, the twisties, the inability to perceive where you are in space during a vault, jump, spin, high bar move in gymnastics. Motare, flicky camo, the yips, and twisties, they're all related to functional gait disorders. And as a matter of fact, to the larger umbrella, even functional neurologic disorders. Let's dive in further. My name is Mike Studer, your host for Fast Applications of Neuropracticity, Part 18, Excessive Internal Focus. Now, let's look at this concept of excessive internal focus, thinking too much about your own movements, and let's introduce a vicious cycle. I've made an error. I threw the ball over the first baseman's head. I tumbled incorrectly in gymnastics. I could not release the arrow, etc. When you've made one error, you have a heightened awareness of that error, especially as a professional athlete or as an individual who needs to ambulate as part of their daily mobility. Heightened awareness of a single error can lead to fear of repeating that error and excessive internal focus of the involved body part, so that you may be so attentive to that body part and fear associated that you become avoidant of making that error again. So you attempt to take on the motor control of something that used to be procedural with all of your conscious attention and therefore have excessive internal focus. Your performance then degrades by disuse and or internal focus. So the attempts to intentionally motor program robs the procedural memory of being able to perform things with automaticity. Then you make more errors, and then your heightened internal focus becomes elevated. How do we get out of this? Cognitive behavioral therapy, small successes, education, play, music, generalized movement that is somewhat near the context, but not an exact replication of the error-filled movement, mindfulness, and visualization. We're going to talk more about the solutions in a future episode of FAN. Some of this is substantiated by the 4 articles and so much more of it by hundreds of other articles. Again, I want to thank you for watching Fast Applications of Neuropracticity. Follow future fan episodes here on Instagram or on YouTube at Mike Studer DPT.